as you can see, I voted. And so did the big guy over there. Show me your sticker, Jim. There's his sticker. He voted too. Actually, we got here at a good time. There was nobody parked over there. Pretty quick. Our precinct goes pretty fast. I don't know why, but it does. But we got our vote in, did our civic duty. Now we'll just wait for the results. Okay, that's it. Well, good morning. Today is Tuesday, election day, November 5th. Aren't we all glad we will be done with all the ads? We'll still have to see all the court cases and everything else, but we're done with the ads. But we have one birthday today because today is Sandra W.'s birthday. So Sandra, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Sandra. Happy birthday to you. Cha-cha-cha. And we want to wish you a great, great birthday because you're the only one to whom it was your birthday today. But we have an anniversary because today is Patty and Aaron's 32nd anniversary. So Patty and Aaron, happy anniversary, happy anniversary, happy anniversary, happy anniversary, happy, 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 happy anniversary, happy, 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 happy anniversary. Well, I hope you have a great, great anniversary. Like I said, we just got back from voting. I got my sticker. I got just the two hands, the two hands. But Jim got the one that we had a contest here in Michigan, and for grade school. Remember when, I don't know if they did it everywhere, but when I was growing up, I think they still do it though. For the Thanksgiving Day parade, they have like a contest in all the art classes, and whoever could come up with the best looking float would be one of the things. I know that somewhere in Michigan, somebody won the Captain Underpants at the one time. But this one particular, I don't know if it was a boy or a girl. I think it was a little boy. Designed the sticker with a werewolf. If I can find it, I'll put it right here. But that's the sticker Jim chose. I just chose this one because it was the closest one. But there were a lot of people there, but they had a lot of workers, which I'm really happy for, because with all what's going on with all the threats and everything it has, I didn't think they'd have enough workers working. But oh my gosh, there were so many workers, and it just made for a smooth move through the line. The parking lot was full. You had to wait for a parking spot. So that was good. That's good to see so many people voting. But when we got in, the lines moved pretty quickly. I mean, you had to wait a little bit, but not like a long line. Not like you see on the news. My particular precinct, I don't know why, there's not that many people that are in line. I don't know if they just don't vote or what. But I'm precinct 2, and then there's precinct 1 and 2, and we both vote at the same school. But the line for precinct 1 was like, woo. Precinct 2, I just walked right up. The lady in front of me was in my line, and we were talking to while we were waiting to, put our final ballot in. And she got up there and they wouldn't accept her ballot, and she was getting all, flustered. And then the guy come over and he says, "Oh, you're in the wrong line." And she says, "Really?" And he says, "Yeah." And then she looked at the precinct 1 line. She says, "That's the line I gotta go in." And they go, "Yeah." So, you would have thought they would have let her take cuts rather than make her get back in line, but they had her get back in line, and she did very begrudgingly, but she got back in line. So then Jim and I went out for breakfast. I had some pancakes and a glass of milk. I only ate half the pancakes. I only got a half order of pancakes. And when we were leaving, this lady come barreling out of her parking spot. I don't know how she didn't hit us. I honest to God, not that I'm the swiftest person on, but if I'm going to get hit, I'm going to move. But and I jumped to the one side, and Jim jumped to the other side, and then she rolls her window down and starts yelling at Jim, saying, "What the hell? Don't you see me backing up? You're supposed to be looking out for me." And then he says, "You're the one." He says, "Obviously, if I didn't see you, you didn't see me, and you almost hit me." Well, in the meantime, I don't know what she's doing, so I'm just standing there waiting. And so then I waited till she backed up, and then she does start yelling at me. And she says, "You know what? You could have got hit if you weren't so stupid and didn't look where you were going." And I go, "The pedestrian has the right of way. I mean, you came barreling out of that parking spot. I could have been a car and you would have hit me. You would have been to blame. And she said, "But you're not a car, you're a pedestrian. You're supposed to be watching." And I said, "Pedestrians got that." Well, so then we're getting into the big argument. And I'm thinking, this is not worth it nowadays, especially on, you don't know. But you know what? I say first and think later, which is not a good quality sometimes. But I was just so aggravated. And even the guy that was waiting for her parking spot, he said, she was in the wrong. And I said, well, I thought so too. I said, because she just like come barreling out of that spot, like she was on a highway or something. And he said, yeah, she was fast. So I said, okay. I think she was just thinking because we were old. I think myself, Jim doesn't agree with me, but I think that she was panicked, thinking that she might have hit somebody, and her reaction was to blame us. I think that maybe, I'm hoping that maybe when she got to thinking later on, she thought, you know what, I really shouldn't have yelled at them. But I think she was just as scared as we were. But it reminds me of the time when Danny first was learning how to drive. He didn't have a driver's license yet. And I was standing in front of the garage, and this was when I was younger and I was a lot sprier. But he went to back up, he was going to pull the car into the garage. And he gunned it so fast coming up that driveway. My family still to this day laughs how they couldn't believe how fast I jumped out of the way, because I would have been hit. It was like, I don't know what he was thinking. It's like you have to see it to believe it, I guess, because it was like, it was whatever. But Jim and I got our backyard all situated for the winter. We're all set now. We put the covers on the furniture and pushed them to the side. We used to bring them down the basement. We're just too old for that. We just get covers and tie a rope around them so that the wind doesn't blow the covers off. So we did that yesterday. And then we're going to pay the grandkids to do the leaves. We're going to wait till the guy behind me. Our one tree is completely, the one that you always see in my background in the backyard. That's completely, there's not maybe 2 or 3 leaves left on it, but he's got 1, 2, 3, 4 trees behind us, and he's still got a lot of leaves. So we're going to wait till all those leaves fall down. And then when I got my neighbor's mail yesterday, and my neighbor next door got my mail, so I think the mailman was like obviously one house off. But when I was walking down there was a dead mouse at the end of the driveway that somebody had probably poisoned because it had white foam coming out of its mouth. And so I told Jim, I said, that's your job. I can't clean that up. So he went out and cleaned that up. But it's only one mouse, and it was a baby mouse, and so that means there's a lot of mice. So I'm kind of like, we had so many mice growing up. I had traps under my bed. It was like, because we lived by a field, so we got lots of field mice. And with 6 kids going in and out with all their friends, and the door never really closed all the way, we always had mice. We would always hear traps snapping off during the night. It's just, and I don't like mice. Mice and rats. Ooh, mice really creep me out. They just really, ooh. I'm afraid of them. I'm afraid. They're so small they can't hurt me, I know, but I can't stand them. But yesterday I stuck to my thing. I walked 5 minutes every hour. I walked around the house. I ended up the night with 8,732 steps. So that did work, and it got a little monotonous at the end. But I mean, I thought, no, this is a good way of doing it, because I got to get out walking more. We were going to walk to the polls, but Jim didn't. He wanted to go out to breakfast afterwards. I said, well, we can walk there, walk home, and then get the car. And he's, I don't want to do that. So I said, okay. So we drove to the polls, which our poll is a mile away from our house. So we could have got a 2-mile walk in today. But he wasn't sure how long we were going to have to stand in line, and he said with his back, blah, 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 all that. So I said, oh, okay, whatever. So, but like I said, going to stick to my plan this week. I'm going to try to limit my sugar. I'm still going to today get my walking in. I got a little bit of, how many steps I got so far? Let me look and see how many steps I got so far. See if I can get my watch to tell me. Oop, I'm on low battery. I got to fix my battery. I already have 1,785 steps. That's not a lot of steps, but it's only, it's 20 after 1, but I didn't get up until 11. So I got to end my video now so I can get a little bit more walking in, because I'm way under. I got to get another 7,000 steps in today to at least match yesterday's. Like, comment, subscribe, and share, and let's talk again tomorrow.